The 5 and 55 challenge would see our dads climb 5 mountains across the UK in 55 hours, merging the national and the Welsh 3 peaks. So starting off in Ben Nevis in Scotland and travelling down to Scafell Pike in England, and then heading home to Wales to take on Snowdon, Cadair Idris and Pen y Fan. The reason to take on the 5 and 55 challenge was to set our dads a challenge, something to aim for, something to give them focus, and a challenge that I think many of the dads needed, something that was physical, something that would push them to their limits. And in the 5 and 55 challenge, I think we found that well. Just setting off now on our first mountain, Ben Nevis, for the Tŷ Hafan Dad's 5 and 55 challenge. It's one of those big massive things over there. So let's see how this goes. Before the challenge, I think there was the unknown factor. We didn't really know what we were going to be facing. Many had done the Welsh 3 Peaks challenge before, and they knew that that was tough. And putting in 2 bigger mountains, I think, was a little bit of a worry for some. But for myself, I didn't have any worries or any concerns. I've seen these guys firsthand. I know exactly what they've dealt with in life. I know what they're capable of. For some of them, I think maybe they didn't realise really what they were capable of, and through this challenge I was hoping that they would really see actually how strong they are as individuals and how strong they are as a collective. Start of Ben Nevis, I think we'd been walking for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and one of the dads suffered with heat stroke. He was really struggling. He ended up on his hands and knees, really in a bad way. And the thing that was amazing for me was that nobody told him you should turn back. Everybody just rallied around him, looked after him. A couple of the dads carried his bag for the next hour or so. But nobody told him to go back. I heard the words that we will get through this, come on, we can do this, and just nothing but encouragement. There was no, I think you should stop, I think you should turn back. There was never a moment where anybody thought that, and that to me just spoke volumes of the group, that no matter what was going to be in front of them, they were going to get through it. And within about 40 minutes, he was back, you know, looking 20 times better than he was. And yeah, he absolutely smashed it. He climbed that mountain and went on to climb the next 4. Scafell Pike, I think we'll forget about Scafell Pike. Scafell Pike was not a pleasant walk. The terrain was horrible. So initially there's quite a lot of steps to get up, and then when you go to the top of the steps, it's just as though somebody threw a bag of rubble from the top all the way down, and every step you had to watch your foot in, going up and coming down, and people did fall coming down, and a couple of people took some heavy tumbles coming down. So I think Scafell Pike is one we'll just forget about. Pop a wave. Whee! Snowdon, I think many of the guys have done Snowdon before, and we did debate which way we were going to go up. There's a couple of different routes, but we did choose to go up the miners track, and it was a bit of a scramble, but it was worth it. You know, the guys had to dig in deep. There was a few injuries leading up to that, and some of the guys were struggling, but everybody dug in deep.
Scafell Pike. The Lake District.
Wait, then it's like
Yeah.
and then you drove to Wales?
We drove down here, yeah. So we did it at 4 o'clock this morning.
Oh, good.
So we parked up at about 2:30, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's how we parked up about 2:30 this morning. Because we did Ben Nevis yesterday.
Oh, that's the baby.
Ben never
Scotland.
Yeah.
It's
Got a
far.
scissors.
Do you know?
5 hours. And then what happened?
We go to bed. Do you want to put
Yeah.
So we're all dads, basically. We're raising money for Tŷ Hafan, the children's hospital.
Oh, very
So we're all fathers, and none of us have professional life.
No.
So we're literally just fathers who've either had children in the hospice or who've got
do you want to try that first?
children who've been in the hospice. So
Good for you.
As we got to the top of Snowdon, the fog came in, so we had a lovely view. Just all of our photos looked like we were stood in the fog.
Yes! Well, let's go out, friend.
But it was good, and it was nice to be back in Wales, and knowing when we got to the top of Snowdon, that was the halfway point of the challenge. And yeah, I think everybody knew at that point, you know, we're at the halfway point. Let's just push on now for the next 2. Cadair Idris, many of the guys had done before in the notorious steps of Cadair, but we found a different route up. We went the other side of Cadair, and I got to say it was quite a nice walk. The problem with Cadair was it was hot, very hot. I think it was 30 degrees when we were going up there, so it was a tough walk. It was a lot more pleasant than the steps, and I would recommend taking that route to the normal way up.
Smash it. And here's the main instigator.
All in.
How are you feeling, Gar?
Funky fresh.
Funky.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gareth. Happy birthday to you. Hey, whoa!
But I think when we got to the top of Cadair, that is when one of the dads suggested to have a minute's silence for all of our children, past and present. And that was a really touching moment. That was that brought us even closer together as a group. And that's one of the moments from the challenge that I will carry with me forever. It was something special. It was something you had to be there and experience. Coming back from the challenge, many people have talked about that moment, and that really hit them watching the dads do that. And I think it summed up why we were all there, why we were taking on this challenge. And that is a memory I'll definitely remember. The last mountain was Tŷ Hafan. I think seeing everyone there was a real lift for the guys. I think seeing their families, seeing their friends, and knowing it was the final one. And I think for many of us looking up at Tŷ Hafan, it just looked like a baby mountain compared to Ben Nevis. The guys were stiff, they were aching, they were sore feet. But we knew it was that final push. And the guys going up there were just so excited. You could see it building in everyone that we were 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever it was, away from getting the top of Tŷ Hafan and completing that challenge. And when we got to the top, to see the people had gone up ahead of us to wait for us was just a real treat for everyone. And that moment when we got there as a group, you know, we all walked up together in a line, and it was important for me that we started and finished this challenge together. Evident throughout. You know, we didn't leave people behind. You know, when people were walking slower, people slowed down and walked with them. Everybody looked after everyone from start to finish, and the feeling of getting to the top of Tŷ Hafan was quite emotional, I think, for a lot of the guys. And the fact that we had completed this challenge, you know, you don't hear many people taking on challenges like this. So it was an incredible experience. What I'd say to the dads after completing the 5 and 55 challenge is just a huge thank you. It was more than just walking those 5 mountains, it was the build up to it, it was the training that went in, the commitment, you know, 6 months or more of commitment, of training, of knowing they were going to be away from their families for 4 days, and all the training walks and everything else on the build up. It was a big commitment, but they all just got behind the challenge, and I think they all realised what it was about. And I told some of the dads during the challenge that I'd had a message passed on to me from a colleague of another dad who isn't quite involved in the group yet, but he watches everything we do. And he said that seeing the dads do challenges like that, seeing them going out, having fun, smiling and laughing together, gives him hope that one day he'll be able to smile and laugh again. And that just shows how amazing this dads group is. So to all the guys, you know, all the dads and the uncles that took part, just a massive thank you from me. And I think this has showed how amazing the Tŷ Hafan Dads group is, and hopefully this will be the first of many, many challenges. And I also need to thank all the wives and partners. It was a big commitment on their part as well. You know, letting their husbands go away for 4 days. I mean, some of them may have enjoyed the peace and quiet, but it was a big commitment on the family as a whole. So to all the guys' families as well, just a massive thank you from myself and everyone at Tŷ Hafan.